Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbu. This is Rustl'd, and the microphone's on tonight. Ha ha ha! I thought the fuck ahead. However, I'm gonna crank up the recording on the input for the microphone because it might be a little bit on the low side. Because every time I go into a Google Hangout, it always fucks it up. It always fucks it up, man. It always fucks it up. So what's going on, everyone? I don't know if you guys happen to catch the Coach Red Pill stream that was just on. That was interesting. So, hey, what's going on, the Cassowary? Thank you very much for the 100 bits. I'm good. I'm good. The baby was a little bit on the not feeling too hot side today, and unfortunately, she 4-month-old little, not feeling too comfortable. She's growing into her body, so we spent a lot of time cuddling and hanging out, watching TV today. So good time. E3778Q1, first time here. Well, thank you very much for coming in. I greatly appreciate that. All you know is Trump is FUBAR. Yeah, man, that fucking Michael Cohen thing, that was unexpected. Holy shit, right? Like, holy shit. That was some crazy stuff, man. Buckshot, no worries, sir, no worries. I was warned heavily going into that, and I should have expected, but it be what it be, and that's fine. So you thought about the last 30 minutes? That's fine, man. What's going on, Bonorama? Again, OBS is kind of going crazy with the internet, so we might have a little bit of fluctuation here. Rumors of the PS5. I saw something about rumors for the PS5. I'm not, look, here's the thing. I ain't gonna trust shit unless Sony comes out and says PS5. I don't even think we're going to get a PS5. I think what they're going to do is they're going to release like the PlayStation 4 Pro. You know what I mean? Like, there's really no need at this point to kind of like push more consoles, just upgrades of the one you've already got. That's, look at the Xbox One X. It's the Xbox One that came out in 2015 or 2013, and now it's got enhanced 4K graphics and a 1 terabyte hard drive. Like, 1 terabyte hard drive, motherfucker, I put a 2 terabyte in my PS4, but it's 4K, and the 4K looks nice. So there's definitely that. 2020 at the soonest, that does actually make a lot of sense. So the Kleenex, if that's a tattoo you're getting, it's a waste of money, sir. It's just a waste of money. But you are likely to spend it however you'd like. And that's the best part about being an American. America, fuck yeah. I want to get a shitty fucking tattoo, America. Fuck yeah. Ink me up with some gay ass shit now. There you go, man. The Nintendo Switch 5.8 is next, exactly. The PlayStation Switch, the PlayStation, come on, Kylo, come on, dude. The PlayStation Switch was the fucking PlayStation Vita, which is goddamn it, that's a good fucking platform, man. Like, I am pissed off, legitimately upset that the PlayStation Vita did not do better than it did. And they were hyping that motherfucker hard, dude, when the PS4 came out, right? They were like, you can do remote play. And I was all like, ooh, I want in on that shit, and yeah, man, and there's good games on the Vita. Hotline Miami 1 and 2 on that motherfucker is fantastic, but they needed to port the games over to TV. They tried that with the PlayStation TV, which I actually have one of those, by the way, but it's not very good. Without some people who got a Pepe tattoo like 3 years ago, considering things now, some of them I'm pretty much gonna assume hate life. Other ones probably masturbate on it nightly. Oh yeah, take that, you goddamn cartoon frog. So there's that. Lita was limited to 1 GB storage, which is sad. That is true. You totally wanted an Infamous game on the Vita? Yeah. Though I will say I did enjoy the Infamous Second Son on the PS4, man. When that thing launched within the first 6 months of the PlayStation 4 coming out, just seeing the graphics that Insomniac was able to do, or whoever the fuck that Sucker Punch did, Insomniac Sucker Punch did with that game, and then going through Seattle was fucking dope. Like, it's still 4 years later, just an insanely pretty game. You have a Vita with MGS in 2 Silent Hill. Yeah, I got MGS 2 and 3 on the Vita too. Am I doing voice chat? No, Kylor, I am not. I'm an hour late tonight, so I'm not going to jump into voice chat. I'm sorry, sir. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll probably get that going tomorrow night. The PSP and the Vita were lovely systems, but Sony just put them out to die. A little no support from the company. I completely agree, man. One of my favorite PSP moments, and this is true. I want to take you all back to 2006, right? Or was it 5? I think it was. I want to say it was 06. But anyway, I was at E3 with my buddies. We were going to the Nintendo press conference. This was the year they announced the Wii, and we're going out there. And we're waiting in line, and everyone's got their DSs. You know, they're on their DS. Like, we actually have a reason to use the chat. This is amazing. This is fantastic. I can talk to somebody because there's 4 rooms that have 16 people each. It made no fucking sense to have that, considering the fact you could never fucking use it. But anyway, everyone's out there on their DSs, and I'm there with like 5 of my friends who work on this website. We all got PSPs. So what do? We pull out our PSPs, pop in Wipeout, and we start fucking LAN playing Wipeout together while everyone's there playing on their Nintendos. I got some looks, man. I got some looks and shit. And then, of course, when we got inside and we were situated, then I pulled out my DS, and I was then finally chatting with people like, hey, what's going on? You know, what the fire marshal thing? This place is too crowded. It was good. It was good. It was good. So your girlfriend and you are watching right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Am I a fan of the beater memes? I don't know what those are. I'm sorry. You snuck out with a friend and found all 5 stores within a half-hour walking distance are closed this late. Waste of 4 hours. Tony, that is, I'm just going to say it, sir. That's lame, man. I get it, though. Where I live, I'm about 4 miles away from the nearest store. And it's open 24 hours a day, but it's expensive as hell. It's one of those Hagens. Did I get the pretty good gaming vid on Sea of Thieves? I did not. So, I'm sorry. What's going on, Zeus? How are you? Horror punks. Matt, I respect you. Now, please provide me with a detailed explanation of every personal decision you made involving your business. I know that was something. That was you know, if there ever was a situation of someone not taking no for an answer, I'd argue that was it. And everything. So yeah, it is what it is. You love your 24/7 Walmart? Yeah. Here's the thing. You know, there are like 30 Walmarts in San Diego, and like none of them are 24 hours anymore. You're in a city with like 3 million people, or like a surrounding area with like 3 million people, a county. There we go. And you don't got no 24-hour Walmarts and shit, right? Yet like I'm in a city with like 40,000 people, and then I can go to like 24-hour Walmart anywhere around here. Kylor, Piers, you are happy to say my name, sir. So there's that. No, I get a lot of tweets. So yeah. Do I think PlayStation 5 release this year will be a bad move for Sony? It's not going to happen. No, there we go. The autofocus kicked back in. Walmarts need to be 24/7. The only place you can go at 2 in the morning and just go, oh, God damn it. But let's see. Placed your pre-order on Amazon Prime for God of War the 20th. Yeah, I can't believe God of War comes out, man. I'm sitting there going like the day God of War 4 comes out, I'll be traveling to Phoenix for Kilroy, so I won't be getting it. Go to bed, Matt. I'm working right now, sister. I'm working. I gotta go and do my daily streams. You know, I gotta sit there and dance a little bit in order to get your bits. Nah, I do this for fun. Where's Nightbot? I don't know where Nightbot is. I don't know. Apparently I have a shitload of mods, though, that aren't doing the job. Just saying. It's a privilege. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna get God of War 4. I might wait a little bit on it. I've never been a God of War fan. I just don't like the gameplay, surprisingly. Of God of War 1, 2, and 3, I just feel like it's super freaking repetitive. But this actually looks pretty cool, and you can like throw your axe, and then it's like throw it back. You know, it's like your axe in this game basically makes you like the fucking Thor, right? It's Mjolnir is what it is. So there's that. You think the Switch is the new DS? I think the same thing, but good luck telling Nintendo that. Nintendo right now is very much of the we want to keep the DS going, and I don't know why that the Switch sold more than like anything else, right? So there's that. When will I become a future Bloodsport promoter? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So there's that, you know. I did get a oh, thank you very much for, wow, 500. Thank you so much, Sister May. You know I'm gonna have to like buy you a burrito now at Kilroy, right? Like that's I'm gonna be like, all right, you gave me here you go, get some food and shit. No, Coach Red Pill just DM me. He's like, hey, you come back in and talk if you want. Like I doing other things. There's my real bits. Yeah. The DS is one of the biggest selling systems of video game history. Same with the 3DS. So I walk away from an ATM that's spitting 20s at you. That is a good point. But time moves on, man. Like it's not that the 3DS is not a good system. It very much is a good system. But the Switch, in my opinion, is what you should focus on. I mean, like, look, yeah, it's not as, you know, like it's not as good to sit in your pocket, but like I got a case, you know, like just do that shit. I need to play more of this. I've been playing Payday 2 on it, and I'm like, why did I buy this on the Switch? I was supposed to play with like Rich from Review Tech, and I like never happened. The Switch is poised to replace the 3DS. The Switch should have already replaced the 3DS. Console pleb, you have no fucking idea. You have no fucking idea how much of a console pleb I am. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Have I heard of the PUBG clones now? Going after other PUBG clones? No, but I did do a video about PUBG going after PUBG clones. Mod privilege isn't real. Changed my mind. Let's see here. Okay, so you don't think engaging with my critics is a terrible idea, which I do agree with. I'm just not going to do it in a live stream where it's going to be presented as sport. So that's the whole issue there. If it's not presented as sport and it's meant to be done like, you know, privately, then that's fine. But when it's presented, where we are right now with things, it's considered a sport, and it's not something I choose to be a part of. So, did I hear about the chemical weapon attacks in Syria? I did. That's fucking horrible. I heard about it yesterday. I really hate chemical attacks. But at the same time, like I've said to my friends, I'm all like, you know, if you want to take out Kim Jong-un, man, just fucking drop a whole bunch of sarin on like Pyongyang. A lot of casual collateral damage, but like, just, you know, that's how you solve it in one fell swoop. But you don't want that. You want there to be, you know, that's the thing I love about America. We put a value. God, I can't even really say that given how many freaking people we killed in Iraq, but I'd like to think we put a value on innocent civilian life. They've been salty when Fortnite was coming out. Yeah, they have been. They have definitely been. I need to get back into playing Fortnite and shit. Maybe I'll start playing it on the Xbox One. I've been playing Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5, so much fun. So much fun Far Cry 5 is. Oh my God, I love that game. You know, I'm rolling up, like, you know, I send out Boomer to like scout out an outpost, and I'm just like creeping up all silently with my bow and shit. I'm just like pulling out my throwing knives. And then I'm like, you know what? I got some bait. There's a bear nearby. Throw some bait in, a bear comes charging in. I mean, unlike some of the other Far Cry games, the bears go down pretty quick. Like Far Cry Primal, the bears are hard to kill. That makes sense. Here, the bears go down pretty quick. So, there's there's that. Just, you know, it just cracks me up, man. The whole goddamn thing. Wait, hold on. Porcelain, did you block Kylor? Is that what happened? Let's see. All we need is one good sniper in regards to Kim Jong-un. I don't disagree. Have I all seen the pimple pop? No, I haven't seen the pimple popping. Okay, so you didn't. Okay, he says in the Discord that you blocked them, but I think it's you timed him out for 6 minutes or 10 minutes, and I think that's like dying to some people. In San Francisco, you hear the bears go down pretty quick. It depends on, I guess, the bear. I don't have that personal experience in San Francisco. West Hollywood, on the other hand. No, actually, I got called a bear in West Hollywood. That was pretty funny. By the guy who wrote Final Destination. Not even kidding you. It was my first week in Los Angeles, and I'm at a party with this guy. And we're in West Hollywood. It's a gay lesbian bar. It's this, you know, big kind of like gays, like LGBT media sort of thing. My friend and I had like no fucking idea what we were even doing there. But like, hey, look, party in LA. We just moved here. Let's hobnob. And I met this guy, and we're talking and whatnot. And he's all like, oh, hey, how long have you been living here? And I'm like, oh, man, hey, I just moved here a week ago. He's like, oh, wow, just a week. I'm like, yeah, man, just moved here a week ago. Don't really know what to do just yet. What's there to do in West LA? West Hollywood. What's there to do in West Hollywood, in WeHo? And he kind of looks at me and he's just like, you moved here with your girlfriend, right? And I'm all like, yeah, I did. He's like, well, then probably not a lot for you guys to do in West Hollywood. And I'm all like, yeah, I'm looking around. I'm all like, there's like AIDS check stations, like get tested stations out everywhere. And I'm just like, oh yeah, probably not a lot to do. And he's like, but here's the thing. He's like, does your girlfriend like to dance? I'm like, yeah, she likes to dance. Like, okay, go to the bar out here, and your girlfriend can dance all night long, and you know, you won't have to worry about any guy hitting on her. And I'm like, that's cool, I'm okay with that. And then he kind of looks at me and he goes like, but you on the other hand. And I'm like, stop it. And he's all like, oh no, sweetie, you're a bear. And then I'm like, uh-oh. And then the guys are like, yeah, other guys that were with him are like, yeah, you are. And I'm all like, it's the beard and the fact that I'm chubby. Maybe I'm in the wrong business, guys. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Actually, I had another friend of mine who lived in West Hollywood, is gay, was a writer on the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and he was trying to talk me into getting a job working as a bartender at a gay nightclub. And he's all like, dude, look, you're like Kevin Smith but younger, and you know, chubbier cheeks and shit. Go work at the gay club, work as a bartender, and you will get some serious money. And I'm all like, I'm gonna do YouTube instead. It's kind of what happened, actually, because Mundane Bear could be my stage name. Yeah, yes. Occasionally I talk with Sky Williams, and Sky's all like, "Hey, Bear." Like, I don't think Sky Williams knows my name. I think he just calls me Bear, which is fine because Sky's a sweetheart. So news just came out about a topless woman protesting during a court hearing with Bill Cosby. I was watching that today. Yeah. Mundane Matt Pat. Yeah, that's you think I'm a cub? Bears can be can like bend steel and punch through walls like sumo wrestlers. I thought cubs were like, I thought cubs and twinks were kind of like the same thing. I'm not up to date on my gay scene lingo. I'm not. It's been a long time. So there's that. All your goddamn gay friends are dragging your ass to gay bars. You've broken too many twink hearts. It's, you know, it's fucking, it's pretty funny. Like, I've been to a few gay bars. Honestly, the gay bar vibe is way cooler than like, the vibes at like any other club. Cause there's like, I feel like going to a gay bar, there's like no pressure on me to do anything, which I like. Whereas like, also going to a nude beach is like the cool, if you can go to a nude beach, go to a nude beach. It's like the chillest experience you'll ever have. Just don't hang out by like the entryway to the beach, because that's where the old dudes hang with their dongs out. You got to go further down the beach where it's like more calm and chill, and that's where like the younger, hip, more debonair people are. But no, I checked out a nude beach one day, and it was actually all right. So, Mundane Bear, yeah. That topless woman appeared 4 times on the Cosby Show. Did she? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Level Up Audio. Mundane Matt equal Golem of Soy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, sure. That's your opinion, man. That's okay. You come here to troll. That's just fine, dude. Do what you got to do. So have I been to Neighbors? No, I haven't. The drinks at gay bars are awesome. You want rum and Coke, you get a glass of rum and a splash of Coke. Straight club, you get a glass of Coke and a splash of rum. Pretty much. Cubs are young, chubby, hairy guys. Otters are skinny, hairy guys. And twinks are preppy. Oh, I've never heard of otters before. So a friend of mine dragged me to a Kylie Minogue concert, right? Like, we're both straight. He's a huge Kylie Minogue fan. Just like I'm a huge Spice Girls fan, but we're both straight. And we went to go see Kylie Minogue. It was like every gay guy in West Hollywood was there. And we're both walking in, two bearded fat fucks, you know, walking in there. And all of a sudden, it was like walking into a fucking meat market, right? Everyone's all like, you know, these are dudes that are like straight up like really, really, really well, like defined, well-toned men that are just like checking both of us out. And I'm like, man, we're in like the wrong sexuality here. We're like the bells of the ball and shit. So no, there's a, I'm just saying, like, LA, the thing is, like I worked with these two gay guys on a temp job I was on, and we're talking about concerts we'd been to. And I said, yeah, you know, I went to Kylie Minogue twice because my friend dragged me, and then I saw Spice Girls once, you know, and one of them looks at me and he just goes, "Oh, sweetie, you're gayer than we are." Like, it's just, I don't care. Music is music. I go check out whatever, man. But you know, it's good stuff. Like, I miss Los Angeles. Los Angeles was a lot of fun. There is a great deal of great people in LA. Not everyone is the LA type. Not everyone is liberal. Not everyone is conservative. It's just it's a real chill place. The problem is social media and the tribal mentality. That really does fuck a lot of it up. So, Alex Mauer is rearing her ugly head again. Huh? Great. That's only going to end badly for her. So there's definitely that. Which one is more, EDM raves or hip hop concerts? Probably EDM raves for me. I have nothing against hip hop, but I really like techno and trance and house and things like that. You know, I like that shit's a lot of fun for me to listen to. There was one bisexual chick in my news class junior year, and she was the only girl there. I wasn't sure I could beat up. Okay, I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're going at there. I got hit up by one of my film professors, and he's all like, "So I heard you were accused of being the YouTube shooter." I'm all like, "Yeah, it's been a week," and he's all like, "Shit, dude. Well, gotta love bad. Like, any publicity is good publicity, right?" Fuck you, dude. I miss my old teacher. He's a good guy. So, all right. Yeah, you love gay men because they're so much cooler than lesbians. Gay men are just like, they're more chill, based on my experiences with gay men. I have nothing against lesbians or gay people. It's entirely their deal. I just want people to be cool as fuck. So I think it's all good. Let's see. You're comfortable with your inner homosexual. Yeah, he's the reason why your condo is as nice as it is. That might be something. Hold on here. A little bit bright. Let me just change that up. Okay. A little bit higher on the ISO than I want, but that's fine. What's my advice on talking to a bisexual girl? I don't know. Treat them like normal people. If you want to mess with one, just walk up to her and like give her a slice of cake. And if she's like, "What's this for?" Just go, "Oh, you're bisexual. You want to have your cake and eat it too. There's your cake." Or introduce like maybe like another fleshlight into the mix if she wants to. Dude, I've got no idea, man. I've never. I don't know. When will King of Pole finally come out as being trans? I don't know. I just want him to come out as being like the old King of Pole prior to his meltdown in Gamergate. He was nice back then. We used to talk actually quite a bit back then. We even had memes back then, in jokes. And then it all went crazy. And then he accused me of trying to try to send plot to kill him or send death threats or shit. Gamergate, man. Woo boy, a long time ago. A lot of crazy shit went down. So, where is King of Pole? He's around. He's under the name I think it's like the Educational Detective now. I don't know, Google it, you'll find his Kiwi Farms page. So, you found out you were straight when you found out Blair White was trans. That kind of killed your boner. I've heard that from a few people. They're just like, "Man, she's pretty hot," and I'm all like, "She's got a penis, right?" And like, whoa, like, like what? Like, how do you not know? Like, that's her entire shtick. It's, but I know some straight dudes that have been like, "I'd smash that." So that's, there are people out there that are down for that. So I did hear that Alex Maurer is still DMCAing people, and that's garbage. I actually pulled my Alex Maurer video because I found the wrong image. It was the wrong person that I used in the video, and that wasn't right, so I pulled it down. Yes, Nightbot, thank you. Hit command sign social if you want to get to know all of my social media links, or just look on the screen, and you can find it there. Is anarcho-capitalism far right? I don't believe so, but I'm honestly not entirely too up to date. No, Blair did not go full transition. She got like the beautifying or the feminizing surgery. Although, like Anita Sarkeesian's like #2, Carolyn Pettit, who used to work for GameSpot, did the same thing, and it just did not work out well. Like, but then Blair went and got it done, and you're like, okay, yeah, that's passing. That's definitely passing. So there are, I guess, variations of the type of surgery you get, and I guess the effectiveness of it. So let's see. You're curious if a guy is in love with a trans woman, is it gay or straight or somewhere in the gray? Well, if you talk to people who are pro-trans, they're going to tell you that, you know, a trans woman is a woman, therefore it's technically not gay. But if you talk to someone who happens to be religious and you're like, wait, hold on here, you're telling me that your girlfriend has got a pecker, but she identifies as a woman, but she's biologically got a penis and balls? Yes, that's correct. Hell, I don't know, tell you, man. God didn't write nothing about this in Leviticus, you know, but they're probably not going to be too 100% supporting. Did the George Washington University Awareness Seminar take place on Easter? No, it took place. It took place later on. So, Spawn Wave Media, all the Switch news. I don't know what that is. Isn't pansexual a thing? Yeah, yes. Pansexual, in my opinion, is just a really fancy way of saying bi, right? It's like well, bi isn't good enough. So let's say they love everyone. Pan is a person who's just like, I love everyone and everything. Like, I love you, lamp. I love you, plunger. Let's get together and fuck. I'm pansexual. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. So you thought Blair White was a woman until... Yeah, the video's lagging a bit. I don't know what's going on. It's jumping up and down. It's been doing this like the last couple weeks, man. Fucking... I got the bitrate down low, too. I don't know. I don't know. Some nights are good, some nights are bad. This is jumping. I need to like uninstall and reinstall fucking OBS, man. That's what I need to do. So there's that. All right. Oh. All right. What the fuck? Oh, that's a raw goddamn end. You love androgynous chicks? Is my ISP screwing with the internet? No. It's OBS, man. It's OBS has problems. How far along is Keemstar's transition? I don't know. I don't think they'll ever fully be able to remove the stick from his ass. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Pansexuals are pretentious bisexuals. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Oh, you're talking about the whole our trap's gay thing? Yeah, that's almost a year, right? Like, that's almost a year now that's the thing. Yeah, you'll never get me to go to CoxCon, you know. They'll never invite me, but it's like, if they ever invited me, do you want to come to CoxCon? Like, no. I'd only go though if we had the discussion our trap's gay and that was an actual debate. That's all I'd go. So, you follow James Woods on Twitter. He gives no fucks. That's very true. PC or gaming? I don't know what you're asking me there. I don't know what you're asking me. A PC for gaming? Is that what you're asking me? What's a trap? A trap is a man who identifies as a woman, or a woman who identifies as a man. It's Admiral Akbar in Return of the Jedi. It's a trap. You don't know what it is. You think you're getting one thing, right? And then you get back to the bedroom and you realize that you've just been lied to. A lot of false advertising. You're like, hold on, wait a minute. I don't want to play video games. What's this joystick doing here? And why is it moist? The fuck is CoxCon? Rox says CoxCon is an event about the internet. It's a place to celebrate all things internet unless you offend Total Biscuit, in which case he will systematically find you and have you expelled from the event for asking the simple question, are traps gay? Which is a meme that everyone on the internet who deals in memery knows. It's also Jesse Cox's own convention named after himself. Imagine how pretentious it would be if I were like, everyone, let's go to JarboCon. Which I have thought of, by the way. But the whole point is that, no, it's pretentious as shit, isn't it? If I named a convention after myself, JarboCon, wouldn't that just be like the stupidest thing ever? I would get memed to shit and back. So there's that. I did hear that the guy who plays Robbie Rotten is in the final stages of his cancer. No, Porcelain, do not link that video. That video, no. Dankula's video on that stays off of this channel. You know why. A trap has to be convincing. That is true. Jesse Cox comes across as a pretentious turd. I mean, like, he blocked me for asking if traps were gay. That's pretty funny. So JarboCon sounds better than MundaneCon. No, I'm kidding. In the Dankula video about traps being gay, I'm used as an example. So there's that. Okay, so CoxCon happened because of a canceled convention called JemuCon. The first one was in 2013. There was supposed to be a second one in 2014 that got canceled. So many people got screwed that day, so Jesse Cox set up a con on his own to help them. Oh, okay. Where is FapCom? That would be Pornhub.com. No, I haven't done Stonebleeds. We were an hour late tonight because I was on another live stream. I should have gone on the fucking Drunken Peasants. They hit me up tonight. I should have gone on there, man, and not been like, I thought we were talking YouTube as a business and where things are going. I didn't realize it was going to be an hour of like, people are mad at you. Jesus. Let's see. Sedekin Destroy says, by the way, I've been a long-time subscriber of your channel. I might not always agree with your perspective, but I watch every day because you are sincere and genuine and you don't pull punches. Thank you for not being afraid to speak your mind. Well, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate that, sir. Who was the trans from Origins of New Black? It was like Laverne Cox is her name. Drunken Peasants has been back in a new biz, yeah. So, you're actually on time to the party tonight. We're going to start here in a few minutes and go through everything. DP had Jeff. DP had Jeff. So that's what happened. Jeff was my sloppy seconds. Is that what it was? Because I was supposed to be on there. They'd asked me to go on. Last week I had to cancel, and then he asked me kind of last minute today. And so it's good. I like Drunken Peasants. I like Ben. I like Billy. I mean, obviously I'm friends with Jeff Holiday, so there's that. But, and Jeff's a good dude. Like, that's, he's done some dumb shit. We've all done dumb shit, but he's genuinely a good guy. Because, sorry, I ended up pronouncing your name wrong because we have someone in here whose name Stormbleeds, and also the color on here, if you can see, is extremely blue on a dark blue background. So it's hard to read. So there's that. The trans woman from Orange is the New Black is pretty attractive. Yeah. How did the CRP stream go? It went. I think that's the best way to describe it. So, you want Billy the Fridge to beat the shit out of you? It would be an honor. Does he have a Patreon perk for that? You could hit him up on that one. I'm pretty sure he'd get into the whole situation involving dominatrixes. Actually, wait, I didn't log into Streamlabs tonight. I don't think there's been any donations, which is fine, but I just wanted to make sure. Streamlabs. Okay. We are in. We are good. Okay. Fantastic. Good stuff. All right. So that's fine there. Your live streams help my live streams help you at work and make your night so much more fun. So thanks for that. Hey, no problem. Epic fail young lady. I appreciate you coming in. The thing is, I like talking to people. Stone bleeds. Oh, dude, come on. There's like fucking look at okay. Stone bleeds and storm bless. What? Like, come on, man. What the fuck you want from me here? All right. Is it shoplifting if you have sex with the stripper and didn't pay? No, it's not. It's not if you had sex with the hooker and didn't pay. That's not really shoplifting. It's called date number 3, but it's no, I would argue it's more shoplifting if you went and got a lap dance but didn't pay, right? You're like, oh man, I don't have any cash, let me go to the ATM, you know, and then you just kind of like slink out the door, which I'm sure happens. This is snatch and run. Did I hear that Game Chaser Billy became a father recently? I don't. I don't know who he is actually. Mundane Matt versus Rich Review Tech USA Ultimate Memes. I like Rich, so I don't know, but he was streaming tonight, and I hit him up, and I made the joke. I'm all like, the Verdict season 2 when, just to troll him a little bit because I think it's pretty funny. Do I listen to TJ Kirk's The Order of Chaos? I did not listen to that. I would argue only soberish man. Yes, only sober Irish man. There we go. Yes, it would be theft of services. Absolutely. TJ gets pretty cringy when he gets really vocal about his opinions. I feel like he thinks someone is constantly challenging him. I think, Nunya, when you get to a point where you got a million subscribers and there's lots of eyeballs on you, it ultimately boils down to, yes, someone always is challenging you. That I believe is wholeheartedly true. I think that a lot of times that's what it boils down to, is there are there are elements of it where people are always finding a way to challenge you. Hold on. Okay, I'm just getting some messages here. Okay. Let me... There we go. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. I should probably get in the stories and stuff. Just doing that like hour and a half thing. And okay. All right. Let's where am I at? Let me get my shit here. Okay. I want to make sure all my articles and everything are straight up, because I know I have everything prepped. Let's see. Ad block, turn off, please. Yes, thank you, Nightbot. Tell that to Stone Bleeds, but only on YouTube.com. Here you can have all the ad block you want. I don't get any money from that. But no, I think there's a lot of I think part of it is like we get challenged. Like, so there's an element of doing this where you've got people that obviously challenge you, and then there's those that praise you, and it's this weird in between mix, and it can be hard to work everything out sometimes. And also, the more people you have following you, the larger a dog pile can be. Therefore, sifting through the noise becomes a bit of a pain in the ass, and that's where a lot of the problem stuff. What's going on, Kyler? You're back. You're back, man. I was talking with a friend of mine the other day about possibly starting up a podcast, doing a weekly show with him and I, because him and I go back like 17 years, actually, just over 16 years now. We go back, and I thought about bringing him in. He wants to get into the YouTube side of stuff, and I thought we could do a podcast and everything else. Kylor, you will worship me and never disagree with me. Sir, I don't want that. I don't want either one of those things. All right? Like, you can disagree with me. I don't want you to worship me. I'm already an idiot. So there's, let's see. Has a lesson been learned, sir, or do you need to go back in the hole? Free market, yeah. I mean, getting people like on here to do stuff. I might stream more games in the middle of the day, like, but it's just where I'm at with my kid. I don't want to overdo everything and stuff. Like, like the problem with it. So I got to like balance out 3 Buck Theater. Like, I was gonna do 3 Buck Theater content today, but there's like nothing we're talking about. So I was kind of like, But yeah, let's. You want me to spank you? No. let's not and say that you did. How about that? How about that? You're just like, no, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Let me make sure I'm on that one. Okay. I want to make sure the article is good. All right. And okay, we're going to talk about this shit. All right. So we're good. The first story is really fucking depressing. I want to preface that shit. If you've been following the story at all, I did. I caught this last night. Didn't fully realize it was going to be as crazy as it was. But it cray. But it definitely cray. It's so goddamn cray. Oh my God, we've crossed over the 400 snaps. I got 414 snaps. You sons of bitches. You kept me going with the snaps. You make it. Gee. All right. Is it another Randy Stare? It's not as bad as Randy Stare. That's for certain, man. Here. Okay. All right. Let me hit record. Double check how everything looks here because we're getting it. All right. Snaps it out, guys. You know how it goes. Yep. All right. There we go. Make sure I'm full screen. Okay. So. Oh, fuck. What the hell is this guy's name? I want to double check it. Okay. Lawthorn. That's his name. Cool. Okay. One of the things that fascinates me just on a pure morbid but human level is true crime. I always like to know how things happened, why they happened, and all the gritty details surrounding it. And that could make me a weird person, and I'm totally okay with that. But I've always enjoyed the elements of true crime and ultimately trying to decipher why we do what we do when it comes to the worst thing or one of the worst things that we could do to somebody else. And that brings me to the story on the screen right here. This guy right here looks like your kind of average everyday NEET. Right? He kind of does. He looks like a kind of guy that you would just see hanging around a GameStop at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, talking with the guys there about what new games came out and which ones he's not going to buy right now, but when they go on sale. And this guy, it's Casey Lawthorn, and he's dead. And he's not the only one. And his story is extremely messed up, but it's one that I think is worth talking about. So it says here, suspect found dead after Facebook confession about killing mom and friend. Yeah. This actually happened, and it is as crazy as it seems. A Tennessee man who posted on a Facebook confession Sunday describing how he fatally shot his mom and a friend was found dead in a Vosburg, Mississippi, according to police. Casey James Lawthorn, 22, was being sought in the shooting deaths of his mother and a friend. Lawthorn's body was found about 100 yards from the abandoned vehicle at the 118-mile marker of Interstate 59, Jasper County Sheriff Randy Johnson said in a statement Monday morning. And yes, it's true. This guy wrote a very long, lengthy post on Facebook about why he killed his mother and his friend. And the amount of apathy that went into this is frightening. It's just frightening. And I've already read it, and we'll go through it here in a second. But I can't help but ask myself the question, how did nobody notice that this type of person was there? But maybe it's because he was just so unassuming. You look at him just on the photos I've seen, he comes across as a bit of a fedora wearer, a milady type guy. And that's not anything against those people, but there's a certain stereotype there that you don't expect this kind of response to. And that's essentially what happened. Now, Lawthorn posted to Facebook late Sunday afternoon describing how he fatally shot V. Lawthorn and Avery Gaines around 5 p.m. Sunday evening in the Chattanooga suburb of East Ridge, Tennessee. The post has since been deleted, which is true, but due to the beauty of the internet, we have actually been able to, preserve that information. Now it says here, and this is long, so bear with me. Since so many people keep trying to reach out to me on Facebook, I figure I can just say my piece once here and be done with it. Before I start, I need to emphasize that I take full responsibility for my actions. Nothing anyone has or hasn't done to me caused this. My decisions and my failures are my own. And that's right off the bat, taking the ownership for this is something that leads me to this guy's way more sociopathic than let's on. Now, technical details. The fact that he started off with technical details again is one of those things that leads me to believe that too. This morning around 1:30, I shot and killed my mother, V. Lawthorne, and a close friend of mine, Avery Gaines, with a stolen .22 rifle. Avery was staying the night to go with me to Epicos Hickson tonight to play Magic the Gathering, like we usually do. He fell asleep on my living room floor around 12:30 a.m. The same time, I went to pick up my mom from Bud Sports Bar on Brainerd Road. My mom was completely wasted, and just like every other time she gets drunk, she goes on and on without prompt about how devastated she'd be if I killed myself. Once I got back to our house, I went to my room and grabbed the gun. I nervously paced for minutes, playing the coming events out in my head, which were vastly different from what actually happened. I walked up to Avery as he slept and shot him in the head once. He seemed to die instantly. My mom was in her room, disoriented from the alcohol, barely registered that anything happened. I attempted to shoot her in her bed, but the gun jammed. Oh, hold on. It does keep going. She didn't notice what I just attempted, so I left the room and fixed that. When I went back to her room, she was out trying to calm down, or she was out of bed trying to calm down her dog, Oscar. I rapidly got off 2 shots, but I missed anything vital since there weren't any lights on in the room. I saw one entry wound in her left arm. I'm not sure where the other one went. She started screaming the worst I'd ever heard. Movies really don't do justice to how true terror sounds. The gun jammed up again, so I scrambled to get it fixed. She shouted, "You shot me. You've killed me. Why?" Once I got the jam fixed, I turned the light on so I wouldn't miss again. I shot her twice more, and it was over. I went back into the living room to take the heroin and cash Avery had on him. The hole in his forehead was so small, and not a lot of dark blood came out of it. However, thick, dark blood was pouring from his nose, and bile came out of his mouth. I was shaking from adrenaline, but I felt nothing other than that, except maybe disgust at the corpse in front of me and the noises it was making. I reached into his pocket to get out his wallet, grabbed what I wanted, and left the house. The whole event took probably 3 or 4 minutes. I had hoped both were going to be quick and efficient. I didn't want my mom to suffer, to die in horror, to die with the knowledge that her son did it. I didn't hurt our dog or cat in case anyone was wondering about the animals. Usually sociopaths target animals first. They go after animals first. They do that. So he didn't. He didn't kill the animals, so this was a buildup. This was a snap. And that is super crazy. Still, just reading it out again is terrifying. People keep saying that suicide isn't worth it, that it isn't too late, that I should turn myself in instead. Well, friends, it is too late. Has been for more than 12 hours now, not to mention I've been suicidal since late high school. And it's my opinion that I've been heading to an unavoidable tragedy since I started at MTSU. I'm not saying the university made me do it, but that the chain of events that I initiated by going there led me here to inevitable suicide. Let's think critically for a minute, ignoring everything about why I hate myself and why I'm suicidal from before midnight this morning. Just looking at today's events, how should I be expected to not kill myself? Surely any normal person would wish death upon themselves after doing what I did, seeing what I saw, and hearing what I heard. And that's all waiting on me, and all that's waiting for me is life in prison, or maybe the death penalty. If I would get the death penalty, then I should just definitely kill myself. Otherwise, I'm just wasting tax dollars on a lengthy legal process. That's actually really true. That part actually kind of got me the most, because on average, the death row inmates cost taxpayers roughly $12 million. And then there's obviously the follow-up question of, well, if they, why not just a bullet in the head sort of thing? And that way it just takes it out, which is, I'm not going to lie, a decent enough argument. But the way our system works, it's for appeals and appeals and appeals. And there are people that have been falsely put on death row. So there is that too. But this is a straight up confession. So yeah. Even without being executed, just wasting away in prison sounds awful. And also a horrible use of state money. And who would want to look forward to a life in prison? I'm almost 24, and that's a crazy amount of time to be behind bars. And it would be so lonely. I'm sure most of my friends would want to visit me at least once, if for no other reason than to try to understand what I did. But after the first year, I can't imagine I'd have any weekly visitors. Not even family, or perhaps especially not family. I'm not trying to say people don't care about me. I know a lot of you do. It's just that people in general don't keep up a habit of going to visit a friend in prison. Life carries on for everyone else, and the sooner this is all over, then the sooner everyone can move on. If I'm dead by the time you are reading this, you can heal faster than if I'm still around in court and in prison. I mean, this kid thought this through. And it's not, I can't even call him a kid. He's 24. This man, this adult, this grown human thought this through. And I'm not talking just like thought through the crime. Is going down the path of like crazy justification for killing himself. And pardon me just like the macabre comment here, but it's kind of impressive that he went through this little train of thought. And again, I don't support anything that he did, and you know, why, if you wanted to kill yourself, why not just do it? He wanted to take out this friend and his mom, you know. It's still, fuck, that's dark shit right there. That is just some dark ass shit. Now it says, don't give me or my family your thoughts or prayers. Wow. Yeah, because thoughts and prayers do nothing. We know that one. No one will be hurt by this more than my brother. He will probably need a lot of help getting through this, and if you think you are helping him just by talking to the sky, you're fucking wrong. If you want to help him in this insanely difficult time I'm putting him through, actually do something. Don't just think about it. I'm sorry to him more than anyone. That said, I don't want or need forgiveness from anyone. What I did is unforgivable. A prayer is a waste of time. Nothing happens after death. But if there is a hell, I'm going to be in the lake of ice at the bottom. Betrayal of family and betrayal of guests are two of the worst sins. However, as I sit in Mississippi, riding this on the side of the I-59, south of where my car broke down, what I look forward to is the nothingness after death. I've spent a lot of time thinking about murder and wondering what it feels like, but I've barely felt anything. I mean, this kid thought this through. I can't call him a fucking kid. This guy thought this through. I mean, to the point of where it's like, don't give me your thoughts and prayers. Don't, you know, look after my brother, look after the cat, the dog. That's it. Just look after that. Don't even worry about nothing else. But that's where it is. And that is one of the, I think the reason why this particular story is kind of captivated me in the way that it did has everything to do with the fact that this is like the arguments that he used. It does come across as like kind of a Reddit atheist approach. Tax dollars, prayer means shit. There is no God. There is no afterlife. I did what I did. I'm going to suffer for it. Whatever. Fuck you. I'm dead. Like that's, I mean, he went down like this logical, rational approach to it. And it is, it's terrifying that he had that much clarity, but still chose the actions that he chose. I can understand through just understanding, definitely without condoning, 100% condemning, if he snapped. If there was a fight with his mom and he snapped, but she said that she would be devastated if he killed himself. So he went in the room and grabbed his gun and killed her, killed his friend, and then shot himself dead. And they found him in Mississippi. Something there is so inherently messed up from this kid. I don't know. This is one of those moments where I legitimately, honest to God, mean, if you have anyone in your life that kind of resembles this type of kid, what he might be going through, give him a hug, tell him you love him, tell him you're there for them, and maybe you can save a life or three. Like, holy shit. Isn't that a fucked up story? I told you that shit was fucking dark, man. I told you that shit was dark. That's some craziness right there. So yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, they found his body. They found his body. He's dead. Yeah. Looks like he gets pizza from the gas station. Oh, I get what you mean. I get it, dog. All right. What's the next story here? Oh yeah, YouTube. All right. Okay. Let's, all right. Where am I at? Make sure that's good. Okay. Because we're talking about the YouTubes, man. The YouTubes. Also snaps or traps. You guys know the drill. YouTube has definitely had just one. hell of a year, right? I mean, we're in the area right now where the adpocalypse was first starting to show its ugly head. April of 2017 is when the ads effectively shut down. And people out there were not happy about it. But also April 2017 was when the Daddy 05 incident happened, which drew a lot of attention to the type of content that's aimed at children and how bad it can be. And then, of course, by the end of the year, we had controversy surrounding the YouTube Kids app and all the craziness that has gone into that. The fact that it wasn't human curated, it was algorithm curated, and a lot of crazy things were getting through, like pro-Illuminati and conspiracy theory videos. YouTube has a problem in its hand, especially when it comes to YouTube Kids, which is why this story is kind of interesting in and of itself. So what we have here is YouTube apparently broke child protection laws. It says here they've been accused of violating child protection laws in the US by a collection of 23 consumer child safety and privacy advocacy groups. That's no small number. That's not some woman from Ohio just ringing up YouTube and going like, y'all need to protect the children better. This is 23 consumer child safety and privacy advocacy groups. So there's, you know, there's some stuff there. Now, it says here that the coalition has filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission alleging that YouTube collects data from children ages 13 and under. It said YouTube was skirting the law and profiting off of children without parents' knowledge or consent. In a statement, Google said YouTube is not for children. Which we know YouTube is not for children, obviously. The type of crap I talk about all the time is not for kids, man. You know, but it's not going to stop kids from watching. You know, I've had videos of mine be used as educational tools in Australian classrooms in high school. Not even kidding you. That was weird because I swear a lot, or I did. But there are, like, it's not meant for kids. And we know kids are always going to create a profile and say, are you 13 years or older? And you're like, yeah. Like, how old are you? I don't know. I'm 18, 25, whatever. Screw it. Like, you lied. They're not going to check. They're not going to require you to send in your photo identification to prove how old you are on YouTube. They don't care. But apparently these guys do, because they say that YouTube skirted the law and is profiting off of children without parents' knowledge or consent. And I'm not defending YouTube here, but let's I mean, come on, let's be fair. How many kids are on Facebook where you have to be 13 or older to have an account? How many kids under 13 are on there? A lot. I'm pretty sure Snapchat is the same way, right? In terms of the age in order to create an account. So we know kids always skirt around the law on this one, or they skirt around the terms of service. We also know that no one reads the terms of service. Why do you think Kyle had to eat the cuttlefish, right? So there's that. Anyway, it says here that the group has complained, or the group, which includes the Campaign for Commercial-Free Childhood. As a person who lives off of advertisements, I kind of take offense to that. But at the same time, kids don't need to be bombarded with toy ads all the time. Okay. But if I'm being fair, if I'm just going to be the devil's advocate here for a second, Toys R Us is closing all stores worldwide because those advertisements that are aimed at children aren't having the effect. So maybe the Campaign for Commercial-Free Childhood, blow lots of hot air and smoke out the ass. Just saying. Just a thought. Go with it. It's on you. Now, they also argue that YouTube does not meet the requirements for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Websites run for children must inform parents if they collect personal data and must seek parental permission before tracking data about children, all of which are things I 100% agree with. Those are the basic requirements, and Google doesn't even try to meet them. Instead, their privacy policy says that YouTube isn't for children under 13 and that kids shouldn't use it. Well, I mean, like, that is true. And the thing is, and I'm sorry, I have to be that person here because now I am a parent and I can sit there and hold myself to a higher freaking standard is basically this. Parents, where is you? Right? I'm from the generation that sat there like, oh, here, just sit in front of the TV, watch Saturday morning cartoons while I go do other things. Like, I had that as a kid. Now it's hand them a phone or hand them a tablet. Pop them in front of a TV, pop on the YouTube Kids app or Netflix Kids. All right. Like, there are elements that people do to distract their children with content that's good for them, or at least age appropriate, but they're still not actively engaging. Right. And so when you have the Campaign for Commercial-Free Childhood, you're trying to sit there and go, YouTube is bad and shame them. But at no point are saying like, well, the parents should probably take, a wee bit of responsibility here. I just have trouble getting behind that argument 100%. The group alleges that YouTube collects location data and the browsing habits of its users, even if they are children, and uses it to target advertising. as literally does everything else. You ever wonder why you search for Tenga masturbation eggs online and then wonder why it pops up in your Facebook advertisements as a recommended link? Because they all track your data. This is nothing new. All right. That's why parents should be actively involved in all this kind of stuff. YouTube is one of the more popular kids apps or kids websites in the world, and they know it. The CCFC said that's true. It's actually the #2 most popular website on the planet. Outside of Google. So yeah, no, I mean, they know it. That's kind of like, that's not like out of date information, right? Saying here, many of YouTube's most successful channels feature nursery rhymes videos, cartoons, toy ads, and other content designed to capture young children's attention. YouTube provides how-to guides for creators making videos for kids. Well, yeah. I mean, like, they do provide guides, but I mean, it's like, here's the thing. Children's entertainment, right? Children's entertainment is a very lucrative thing. Do you think any parent out there really wants to sit down and watch Paw Patrol? I mean, it's Paw Patrol, right? When I was younger, it wasn't Paw Patrol. It was fucking Blue's Clues. All right. Lots of money off of shit like that because of merchandising. All right. We have to sit through that shit. But again, it's up to the parents to like kind of weigh in on this. And also when it comes to YouTube, being able to create this kind of content is what they want you to do. So they make money if you make money. So of course they're going to teach you how to make this stuff. I just find the argument to be dumb. As a content creator, that's a very, very low-hanging fruit argument. Now it says Google knows the kids are there and they're not taking steps to protect them or protect their privacy. No, they are taking steps to better curate content, which is now going to be done through a human eye versus an algorithm. So that's a step forward. But still, if kids are going to lie and use, and create an account under the age of 13, what's YouTube to do over that one? Now it says Google said the website is designed for people aged 13 and older, and people should be at least 13 years old to register an account. Well, again, unless you're asking for like a fingerprint scan, your social security number, and a photo ID at the age of 13, that information is going to be highly suspicious. It says the company says it has not received the group's initial complaint, but said that protecting children and families was a top priority. And this is something I do agree with. And I think that top priority is going into the hand-picked content for YouTube Kids, the getting rid of the pro-conspiracy, pro-Illuminati videos that were there. And I have a feeling that the YouTube Kids app doing away with that kind of content is going to take out about probably 1/3 of Alex Jones's content. Anyway, it says that we will read the complaint and thoroughly and evaluate if there are things we can do to improve, which is ultimately all they really can do, but it still comes across as a bit of a brush off. Like, we know what we're doing. Get out of here, people who don't want advertisers. You're just pro ad block, right? You're so pesky. That kind of thing. It also said that that it offered the YouTube Kids app specifically designed for children. However, Google has been criticized for using algorithms to curate the app's content. Inappropriate videos have been appearing on YouTube Kids, which is true. They have obviously gone through that problem, but they're working on ways to go around it right now. And then again, it's getting rid of the algorithm and bringing in the human attention. And I honestly feel that if YouTube took more of a human approach to these types of things, that they took more of a human approach to how they handle and curate content and not just leave it to an algorithm, then it might have better results. But the downside to that, and this is the truth here, is that there are 400 hours of content uploaded every single minute on YouTube, which means that in the roughly 10-minute video you're watching right now, there's 4,000 hours of content uploaded, meaning one person. Or could you watch that all in one go? I mean, you need computer help for that one. And the algorithm is not perfect, and they're always refining it, and they're always fixing it, and they're always making it better. The thing for that consumer privacy advocacy thing, whatever the hell it is, they don't understand, I think, the way technology works. YouTube is not perfect. It definitely needs to have stuff worked on it. But at the same time, the one word that was missing, I think, out of all of that, in terms from a critical point of view, was the parents. Where were they? Why is it always on the tech companies? Why is it always on those people to be the ones to dictate how things go and to take the hit when things don't work out well? Where are the parents that put the tablets in their hands? Where are the parents that put the phones in their hands? Where are the parents that aren't monitoring what their children are watching? Where the hell are they? And why the hell aren't they sharing a fair amount of the damn blame for what this organization is claiming YouTube has done? Now, look, I may be called a YouTube defender here, or, oh, why are you shilling for YouTube? Because I've always criticized these kind of things. When you have parents coming out saying video games cause violence. No, they don't. They don't. We know this, that they don't. They go, well, they got to make sure they can't sell them to kids. Well, where the fuck are the damn parents? Right? You know, like, we go see an R-rated movie. A movie, you know, it's just the kids go see a movie and the parents have to be there to go with them. The guardians, just saying, like, where are the parents? That's my argument here, folks. You want to solve a lot of these problems, don't put it on YouTube. 100%. Go and talk to the parents and go, like, why aren't you watching your children? Where the fuck is you? Oh, that's right. You're on your phone in the other room watching YouTube. So they're just mimicking you. It's not one of those after school special videos. Where did you learn to do drugs? I learned it from you. Oh my God. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, it's some shit. It's all some shit. I don't fucking feel like sorry and shit for these guys, man. You know what I mean, man? But anyway, that took me back. I know, right? I know, you gotta love that. Where did you learn to smoke pot? I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from watching you. Doobie? Blue's Clues premiered in 19... Okay, look, I was born in 1982. I mean, I was 14. Look, I have younger siblings. I'm the eldest of 5. If you don't think I had to suffer through Blue's Clues or fucking even a little bit of Teletubbies, you don't know the hell I've seen, man. I've seen some shit. It's been one of those things. Clearly. Oh, man. Oh, holy crap. That was fun. That was a good one. Where did I learn to vape? I quit smoking cigarettes in 2006. I learned to vape wherever I could. All right. Where's all right, what's this one? Backpage dog. I wanted to talk about this one last night. I totally fucking spaced on it. So make sure everything here is good. Okay. All right, we're good. Let's talk about Backpage. Ho ho. I've covered a lot of stories recently about websites closing down their dating sections because of the new Fight Online Sex Trafficking Act, or FOSTA, that made its way through the Senate, and as far as I know is still waiting for Donald J. Trump to sign it into law. And as much as I am for the idea of fighting online sex trafficking, I do not like the bill because it puts this crazy emphasis on the website over what the user does. Now, what we've seen today, actually, is that Backpage got a little bit screwed. And here's the deal with that. I'm actually okay with that. Craigslist and that pounced.com, that yiffing website, they shut down their personal ads, but Backpage was still kind of rolling around. As we're finding out now, no, not so much. So it says here that Backpage.com sex adverts website was seized by the FBI. And this is, trust me when I say this, a long time coming. A long time coming. So it says here that this is what happens. This is the image. You go to Backpage.com. It says and affiliated websites have been seized. Now, there are documentaries on Netflix right now about how Backpage facilitates child exploitation, child sex trafficking and child prostitution. And here's the thing, Craigslist has been blamed for that kind of crap for years, when people were like, no, Backpage is actually doing it. Like, we can prove that Backpage is doing it even today. Craigslist is like, you know, they've been wrongly impacted by this. And I'm glad to see that the FBI is finally, after all of these years, stepping in to fix some of this shit. Now, it says here that U.S. authorities have taken control of various classified adverts website accused of involvement in sex trafficking. A notice was posted on Backpage.com's various international front pages late last week to inform visitors. The site previously had shut down the adult section of its U.S. site, but critics had alleged that prostitution ads had simply moved to other pages. Now, to be fair, that happened on Craigslist too. That did, but not for very long. I mean, it was like you had the adult services section, and then it was like the erotic gigs. And I think like what turned into like, oh, an in-call, out-call thing was all like you get massages, but some of the terminology was still there. But oftentimes based upon what I looked for in terms of research purposes, and that only was mostly just of age or over the age of 18, and it had a lot of a lot of the same. It wasn't they had pictures, so it wasn't like young looking under 18 sort of things. It wasn't that at all. So I'm not saying it's any better, but I'm just saying it's like it feels less scummy. It feels less scummy than what Backpage did. Now, the UK edition had carried dozens of sex service ads at the time of its closure. An investigation by the news agency's Philanthropic Foundation had suggested that as many as 1 in 20 of the relevant posts on backpage.co.uk have involved slavery victims. Yeah, Backpage was like it wasn't even like a secret. It was like the worst kept secret on the internet. It's like, oh, you're looking to buy some underage booty? Backpage. You're looking to buy a housekeeper? Backpage. You're looking to there's no real jokes made about that. Actually, it's really freaking horrible, and I'm glad it's taken down, but still, it's like that was not an unkept secret. People freaking knew about that. I mean, like I said, Netflix documentaries were made. It took them this long to like act on it, which is just like, look, I'm okay with this being a byproduct of FOSTA, but it's like it was such a broad scope on the bill that I mean, the victory still comes at a loss in some respects. Now, it says one charity said the move only partially addressed the problem, saying, whilst efforts to close such websites as Backpage are welcome, they are a small part of a wider complex system of sexual exploitation operating in the UK and beyond. This is coming from Josephine Knowles, the co-director of Beyond the Streets. Saying here, a strategic approach which tackles prevention of demand and support for those wanting to exit and find genuine alternatives is desperately needing for long-term change. Yes, that's very true. And the ultimate idea here simply boils down to you need to legalize prostitution. All right, especially in the United States. Legalize it, regulate it, tax that shit. Right? Working for pot. Let's move over to the oldest profession in the book, because that's a lot of it. If these people working in the sex trade can get out of working underneath their pimp and still go into business for themselves, or use it as a way to kind of elevate their status and maybe get out of that life entirely, decriminalizing it, regulating it, taxing it, that kind of shit, I think would make it a lot better of a deal. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm clearly referring to people of 18 years or older. Anyone under that, bad. No, do not go to jail, or do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go straight your ass to jail. Now, the U.S. media has also reported that Backpage's co-founder Michael Lacey was arrested last week and his home raided. Hey, good news. Because if you're running a website that's profiting off of basically selling children, yeah, your ass deserves to be locked up. Details of the charges against him have been sealed by an Arizona court. His lawyer was quoted as saying, no one else at Backpage has provided comment. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Now, here's the reason why it was taken down. The new law. The Californian authorities have previously attempted to close Dallas-based Backpage.com in 2016 when the state prosecuted its business's chief executive and 2 ex-owners, including Mr. Lacey, over claims that they had committed pimping offenses and generated millions of dollars by hosting sex trade ads. However, the case was dismissed on the grounds that the U.S. Communications Decency Act said that publishers should not be held responsible for the content created solely by their users. Which, here's the thing, that is something I wholeheartedly stand by. I wholeheartedly stand by that because I have to. My job is to create content for the internet. I post it to YouTube. I have the privilege of posting it to YouTube. If I post something bad, it's not YouTube's fault that I posted it. It's my fault And I have to acknowledge that it's my fault, as do other people that commit those kind of crimes. And the thing is, they're the ones who know it's their own damn fault, but it's the lawmakers that are like, well, we can't go after Backpage directly for what its users have done. So we're just going to make a whole new law that then allows us to go after these websites. What does FOSTA mean for Reddit or for YouTube in some respects, or other 4chan, for example? Your favorite sites could in fact be really targeted by this. It's one of the reasons why it is a bad bill with good intentions, but a very bad bill. Now, it says here, last month, Congress passed a new law to allow states and victims to fight online sex trafficking act. It states that websites that facilitate traffickers in advertising the sale of unlawful sex acts should no longer be granted the same protection. Again, I agree with it in theory, but they need a stronger way to go after these type of predators. Putting it on the website is not the right course of action for me. That's what I'm just saying. It's like, that's where I'm at. Now, granted, Backpage, I think Backpage allowing this to continue as long as it did underneath that particular Decency Act, yeah, I mean, like, there's some seriously questionable shit there. But it was protected by the law. And it's like, the law is there for a reason. It's protected a lot of people from a lot of things. Even horrible shit. And I don't want the horrible things to continue, but it's like, there's got to be another way. Right. But here they're not trying to think about anything other than, like, you know, it's not what's good for the goose is good for the gander. It's literally just give me what I want. And again, it's done with, like, arguably the best of intentions, but it's not the most well thought through thing. Now, it says it's been reported that President Trump will sign the Senate approved version of the bill this week. I just want to, like, how do I protest him? I just want to protest. I feel compelled to protest it because I don't like the implications. I just don't. Some sites have already taken countermeasures. Craigslist shut down its personals dating section last month after it featured several ads for prostitutes. I mean, like, I trolled the section very frequently back when I was single, and you never saw prostitutes on there. I got approached by more prostitutes when I was on, like, you know, one of those phone party chat lines and shit. Anyway, Reddit has also closed its escorts message board, and City Vibe and Night Shift have abandoned their online services altogether. See, this is how you drive this shit underground. Instead of keeping it out in the open where it should be legalized, regulated, and taxed, you drive it further underground where people aren't going to see what's going on. Because that's going to stop the problem, right? That's going to totally stop the damn problem. All right. Digital rights activists, however, raised concerns suggesting the new law will hinder online freedom of expression, which I completely agree with. Prostitutes have also raised concern that such sites like Backpage offer them a safer alternative to try to find clients than on the streets. Again, that's something I would agree with. However, you got to legalize it. You got to tax it. You got to regulate it. That's how you do this. Now, here's where we get to the bad part of this. And this, again, this is where I do believe that the act is coming at this from the best of intentions, but the road to hell is paved in good intentions. I just want to put that out there as a devil's advocate argument. Now, it says that child abuse. A Senate investigation claimed in 2017 that Backpage.com had knowingly concealed evidence of criminality by using software to identify keywords and phrases in submitted adverts that were associated with child abuse. Rather than barring the users who had submitted the ads, it was claimed they were allowed to resubmit the posts with the restricted items removed. The site defended itself at the time by saying it had spent thousands of hours and millions of dollars to help police tackle the problem, and claimed its efforts had helped rescue trafficked children and led to the arrest of their pimps. The site later faced further controversy the same year when the Washington Post reported that one of Backpage's contractors had attempted to lure sex-related ads away from rival sites in the Philippines by offering free postings as an incentive. Yeah, that's the thing. Backpage denied knowingly having facilitated sex trafficking, which is, look, that's the thing. It's true. They did. They very much denied it. And the thing is, they've you know, they facilitated it long enough. I don't think I can argue that didn't happen. They clearly did. Which is why it's like so hard to, like, it's again, because the part of me is like, protect the kids. Right? The Helen Lovejoy, won't someone think of the children line? It's like, it's there. Protect the kids. At the other side, you're like, internet freedom of expression, and doing away with the Safe Harbor Act, essentially, and what that means for us. Like, and that's the thing. So it's like, that's not the right way. That's not the right way to go about it. And of course, President Trump will sign it because obviously he's going to. I think he's going to be doing a good thing, and I think he wants to do the good thing. I'm not mad at him for signing this bill. I'm not, because I do feel in my heart that Trump is wanting this to be the good thing. And but at the same time, just the digital activist in me and the person who does this as a career, spends most of the time on the internet. I don't like 99% of it because of the implications of what it can mean for the rest of the internet at large. You know, I'm just going to end it with this, but I want to pose a question to you guys. It goes back to the old saying. If you could cure cancer, but you had to kill one child, would you do it? And that's a fair question, because it kind of like, that's kind of what's happening here. Right? You're kind of curing cancer, but you're killing something. It's just, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's, which you would do it. Depends on the child. I should have said it depends. You know, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or one. Yeah, there's that. I mean, you'd kill 10,000 children, cure cancer. Okay. God damn it, you guys. I get the point. The chat will be alive with comments saying, yeah, I'd fucking kill kids for cancer. I don't give a fuck about cancer. Kill cancer. Children, they can be replaced, man. How many lives of cancer taken? Millions, hundreds of millions, billions of lives, maybe. We can kill a couple kids for that. That's exactly what the comments are going to be like. You kill everyone. You guys are sick. You guys are twisted. You guys are terrible. Unless it's your kid. I should have said it's your kid. You got to kill your kid. Kill kids for cancer. It's the only way. You guys are fucking terrible. You guys are fucking terrible, man. Oh, wow. I'm really going out of focus here. Holy shit. Let me just... There we go. Readjust itself. Fuck, man. Cancer killed Steve Jobs just to bring Apple up in the ratings? Sure. You guys are fucking twisted. You guys are twisted. Oh, man. That's a... Okay, let's do the last one here. Neither legalized prostitution nor marijuana will ever happen in Texas. I would argue that marijuana, yeah, dude, it will happen. It will happen eventually in Texas. Because they're going to look at it as like it's a moneymaker, and like, dude, everyone smokes pot. So it's like, you know, whatever. If you had to throw kids in a blender and use the juice that came out to cure cancer, there would be people that would do it. Yes, Sestra, you are top of the bits. Top of the bits. Or if you want to beat Sestra, I'm just putting out there. If you want to beat her, all right. You guys don't want a woman on top. That's what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking people here don't want a woman on top, right? Outbits her. Or streamlabs.com/mundanemat. There we go. If you guys are having fun, if you like the stuff that I'm talking about, if you think it's funny and you want to throw down some tips, by all means, there's a way to do it. But if not, it's all good. There's definitely that. All right. So, okay. Oh, man. Okay. Where the fuck are we now? Let's get to this last one. Let's get to this last story here. Okay, I'm like losing my windows and shit. Okay. All right, I'm on the right. Too much shit open. Okay, cool. Kind of going to go into this one. I haven't fully read the article. I just grabbed it real quick at the end. So this ought to be fun. All right, let me just... Okay. All right. I feel like... Hold on. I fucked up one thing. Here, guys. You know what it is. Final story of the night. Hit them snaps. Command sign snaps. All right. Pardon. My bad. Okay. God damn it. I got in my head now. All right. 9/11 was a horrible, horrible thing. There's absolutely, positively no denying that, and there never will be. 9/11 sucked. And the effects and the fallout from 9/11 have had long-reaching and far-reaching and long-lasting implications. One of, I think, the worst thing to come out of it, and this is just me personally, is that we got the Department of Homeland Security as a result. A whole new branch of government to make sure something like this never happens again, when ultimately there were some clear mess-ups when people kind of weren't paying the closest attention at the time, but, you know, could have maybe avoided what happened on 9/11 if a few things would have been different. That being said, one of the things I don't like about the DHS is this new idea they're floating, where essentially they want to compile a database of journalists, bloggers, and influencers. Now, you might be going like, why? Right? Or what do you care? And then wait, like 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck. You're an influencer. That's, I think, the best way to describe me at this point. I don't want to call what I do journalism. I definitely don't blog, because writing is for chumps. But I definitely talk about stuff, and according to people in this field, I would be considered an influencer, even if I'm not a big fan of the term. I'm a YouTuber, goddammit. That's what I do. That's the name I like. I'm part of the commentary club, the commentary community. I ain't no damn influencer, but at the same time, yeah, people argue that I am. But anyway, the Department of Homeland Security wants to create a database. And I don't like that one damn bit. Not one damn bit. Now, it says here, the Department of Homeland Security sparked concerns among media circles after news spread that the agency was creating an online database to monitor journalists, bloggers, and social media influencers and others. So basically, they're going to spend a lot of time just monitoring Pepe memes. You know, that's what it boils down to, right? It's just going to be like, what is the alt-right up to? What's that Richard Spencer posting out there? Oh, no, Pepe's wearing a birthday hat again. Guys, all right, come on, get the squad. Let's go talk to him. Like, what? Who cares? Word got out after Bloomberg Law surfaced a job posting from DHS seeking a contractor for a media monitoring services project. The job entails that creating a searchable database that has the ability to track 290,000 news sources, both foreign and domestic, according to DHS's statement of work. Now, I understand that. I have about roughly 100 sources that I pull from to find the news stories that I talk about. So that's a lot for one person to look at, but 290,000? Man, you all crazy. That's a lot of news to surf through. The contractor will help DHS monitor traditional news sources as well as social media identify any and all media coverage related to the Department of Homeland Security or a particular event. Okay, so are they just going to start spying on themselves? Like, is this going to be, are they literally hiring somebody to like monitor if like their crazy ex-girlfriend is looking at them? Is that what I'm getting about this one? Like they want to identify any and all media coverage related to the Department of Homeland Security. So it's like, who out there is talking about the Homeland Security? We want to make sure they don't talk about us no more. Or what they saying, anything good? They like my new haircut? It's right. Or a particular event. So clearly Vegas, Parkland, Columbine, 9/11, those kind of events. Who's talking about those events? Here's the thing though. Everyone talks about those events. Look at the YouTube shooter from last week. Everyone talks about those kind of events. Services shall provide media comparison tools, design and rebranding tools, communication tools, and the ability to identify top media influencers. Christ, you don't need to hire a person to do that. Just literally go and find like FameBit, knock on their door, pull out the DHS badge and go, just can you give me like a list of who like the top people are you would call influencers are? And they're going to guaranteed have a list of thousands of people. It's not that hard to track us down. And yes, I said us, deal with it. The online platform should also be able to instantly translate media from 100 languages, including Chinese and Russian, into English. It should also be able to analyze the coverage's sentiment and momentum. So it's trying to, you're telling me that they're trying to decipher meaning and, you know, like tone from the text. Yeah, good luck. All right. Throughout the whole of humanity, we've never been able to determine whether or not they actually mean what you think they mean. She gave me a half smile. Is that like a smile with a winky face? Does that mean I don't know. Does that mean I'm going to get sex tonight? Does that just mean we're friends? I don't know. Is it anal on the first date? Is that what's going to happen? Because you get worked up over shit like that. But they're going to develop some kind of platform that is going to be able to understand nuance and context. Yeah. people get mad over a tweet that they can't quite determine whether or not or what the sender meant in terms of context. Good luck doing that for this stuff. With President Donald Trump's aggressive rhetoric against mainstream news, he once labeled journalists as an enemy of the people. Many in the media saw the database as yet another attack on the free press. And now that is what I thought about when Trump has called everything fake news, the fake news media, all this other stuff, and he did call them the enemy of the people. One must have to wonder whether or not Donald Trump is essentially trying to create a scenario where you have a list of these people. Like there's a list there of people that he doesn't like. Is this going to be like a target list sort of thing? And I don't necessarily think so. The Department of Homeland Security is probably trying to create a database of these things in order to maybe identify if there's any nefarious people in our midst, so to speak. Now, there's a bunch of people that are upset about that, obviously. Now, it says, when asked for comment on the purpose of the database, Homeland Security Press Secretary Tyler Holton said that sent a tweet. Now, he says here, despite what some reporters suggest, this is nothing more than the standard practice of monitoring current events in the media. Any suggestion otherwise is fit for tinfoil hat wearing black helicopter conspiracy theorists. All right, Tyler Holton, sir, you threw down some serious shade. That's some serious shade. The thing is, though, it's a mixture of shade. It's like a scatter shot of shade. It's taking out some people on the left, and it's aimed at Alex Jones, baby. It is so aimed at Jones. But at the same time, when can we sit there and fully trust what our government is doing? I think that's pretty fair to point out. Now, it says, with many people, journalists, social media influencers especially, were worried about Homeland Security monitoring them. Others argued that the press tracking databases are commonplace in the world of public relations. Yeah, I mean, people track stuff all the time, but it's like, this kind of feels like they're like literally like going to be monitoring certain events for like certain keywords, certain triggers, certain statements, and then that's going to be used as a way to like maybe create a profile or to create a way to monitor what they do. And I mean, you know, bants on the web is bants on the web. You know what I mean? Now, PR agencies and communication firms often keep their own databases of journalists and various media outlets with notes for each. I do the same thing. PR professionals also often use programs that track how their clients are being discussed in the media. As a YouTuber, I also pay attention to how I'm being discussed in the greater realm of certain things. That's because you kind of have to. There are things out there you have to monitor for. This essentially is just like the government is creating bringing on somebody to act as a social media manager for the Department of Homeland Security. Just, you know, I met Meatloaf's daughter once, right? Yeah, Meatloaf, the singer, and his daughter was working as a person who posts on the company's Facebook page for $10 an hour. All right. So I don't think this job at the DHS is probably going to pay a great deal of cash. If Meatloaf's own daughter was the person posting on Facebook for $10 an hour. So it says here, for example, communication firms and public relations agencies use similar databases to find contact information for media outlets and journalists. Public relations professionals also use different programs that monitor news stories and how clients are being discussed, which is true. Again, I use a lot of the same tools. And Homeland Security isn't the only federal agency to monitor the media, according to CNN military and diplomatic analyst John Kirby. Kirby says, given the administration's denigration for most media outlets, I understand why the timing of this might look suspicious. But from what I can tell, this is nothing more than an attempt at media analysis. And that's kind of what I'm thinking there too. I don't think it's kind of a nefarious plot from Trump. It does feel very much like it's just a DHS wanting to keep a database, a tracking of this. Because if I'm going to be fair, if I'm going to be honest here, man, fake news is fake. It's because of fake news. It's because people go on Twitter and they post like stupid memes about who like the shooter is. And then those get shared around and everything else. And it's like that kind of crap, right? It's like that kind of crap. So you've got like, that's a big reason. Or someone shares like a meme that's got false information and then like Donald Trump retweets it because he's done that too. So it's like trying to keep like maybe an idea of who these people are and maybe who their, or what their intentions are, I should say. So, so it's like, this is not at all different from what I've seen other agencies undertake to better understand the communication landscape. In fact, it would be a PR malpractice not to put something like this together. And again, I actually agree. I agree. I don't quite like the concept overall, but I understand their exact reasoning for it. Susan Hennessy, a governance studies fellow at the Brookings Institute, also agreed that a database that tracks and monitors the media industry shouldn't be of any concern. Some people out there are going to argue that it is because that's how they find you, that's how they get you, and if they keep an eye on you and you're coming at this from like, let's say, an anonymous point, if you're a whistleblower, if you're anything like that, would they then be able to track you, find out who you are, out you, and that kind of thing? Like, that is a legitimate fear, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, citizen journalists in other countries go by anonymous names and stuff. But and you know, I mean, many cases, some of them have been found out and then killed, like down in Mexico. So we don't want any of that here. And then of course there's the whole draft of it here. Let's just look at the background. The NPPD's mission is to lead the national effort to protect and enhance the resilience of the nation's physical and cyber infrastructure. The NPPD includes the Office of the Undersecretary, OUS, and 5 subcomponents: Office of Cybersecurity and Communications, the Office of Infrastructure Protection, the Federal Protective Service, and the Office of Biometric Identity Management, and the Office of Cyber and Infrastructure Analysis, which are headquartered with the National Capital Region, along with the... okay, that's... yeah, I'm going to cut that part out, actually. So, hold on. Okay. So, yeah, I get why they want this to exist. And ultimately, I'm not against this existing, but there are people out there that are legitimately freaked out by this because they feel like it's the government that's going to be keeping a very, very, very watchful eye on them. And those are the kind of people out there, the ones that are overtly afraid of this, and I've seen some, I'm not going to name any names, but I've seen some of these people on Twitter kind of lose their crap over the weekend about this. And these people have posted fake news. They've posted fake information. They've shared fake stuff. So if they're worried about the government keeping tabs on them, then maybe perhaps they should just stop freaking sharing fake news and there wouldn't be a fucking need for this goddamn database, you stupid, dumb shit, chuckle fuck motherfuckers. All right, I feel pretty good about that. It could be that attempt to. I think a lot of it's fake news. It's people that are posting fake shit. That's how I see it, at least. So there's definitely that. Oh my god. Stop being keyboard warriors. Exactly. Exactly. When is Logan Paul going to upload his video of the body? You fucking guys. You fucking guys. Okay. So, it's almost midnight. I have, doing that first stream and then doing this thing. My voice is almost out. I'm very tired. I need to go feed my kid and then try to go to bed. So we'll take a couple final quick questions here, and then I'm gonna wrap it up, and everything else. So hope you guys had fun tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the party. So there's that. Let's see here. Oh, I see. It looks like we had a few people. Yeah, okay. All right. What is the best Pokemon game? That would be Pokemon Go. Not Pokemon, sorry, not Pokemon Go. Pokemon Snap. Yeah. Pokemon Snap. It's the best one, in my opinion. Would I fuck a trap? Probably not. Probably not. It's well, it's not so much a bill as a job posting, so they're gonna go through with it. I don't think I'd fuck a trap. It's not really kind of in my purview. I'm not really, not what I'm into, man. Not what I'm into, Nothing against traps, but your personal favorite is probably Pokemon Leaf Green. Yeah, that's a good one. Those are fun. I like Snap because I felt like Snap was something like totally fucking different for the time when it came out. Oh, my autofocus is really going crazy tonight. There we go. It's 2 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time here. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'll be back on tomorrow night at 9:30. And we'll definitely be talking again. Thank you, everyone, for coming in tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll be in the Discord probably. I don't know if I'll be in the voice chat for a few. I might pop in there, but I'll probably be chatting around in the text and stuff while I'm exporting content. So if you guys want to jump in there, it's going to be # or hashtag Discord. Real quick. Oh, Saint Jude dude. She's not a huge fan of all the drama, but it's kept pretty much far away outside of the swatting, so she's kind of generally okay with it. I keep things pretty fair. I don't piss off a lot. Jesus Christ, this thing's going fucking nuts. The camera, look at that. It's like really. The lights might be up too high. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I'll be in the Discord, command sign Discord, and yeah. I'm tired. All right, guys. See ya.